So have you ever stopped to think why major donor ministry should be a key part of your ministry? Certainly we'd all agree that big gifts help us achieve big vision. But major gifts are also a key part of sustaining your ministry. Take a look at this chart known as the income pyramid. This chart outlines the key income streams for a healthy, sustainable ministry. And you'll notice a big chunk of that, 80%, is in the form of individual gifts. And 80% of that 80% comes from major gifts. Stated differently, a healthy, sustainable ministry budget has 64% of its income coming from major gifts. We define major gifts here as gifts of $1,000 or more. That part is easier to understand. But as Christian ministries, is there something greater? Is there a greater purpose for ministering to the hearts of major donors that is bigger than meeting our bottom line or balancing our budget? Yeah, I think there is. I love Henry Nouwen's somewhat audacious claim in his book, A Spirituality of Fundraising. Henry Nouwen says that fundraising is first and foremost a form of ministry. Fundraising is as spiritual as giving a sermon, visiting the sick, or feeding the hungry. Fundraising is as much ministry as anything else that your ministry does. That's the big idea, that development fundraising is ministry. You'll remember in 1 Timothy 6, where Paul commands Timothy to command those who are rich in this present world to be rich in good deeds and to be generous and to share, not necessarily to fund an operating budget, but so that they can lay up treasures for themselves in heaven, so they can take hold of the life that is truly life. Paul understood the benefits that would accrue to the giver. The temptation is to find our security and even our identity in our wealth, our stuff. And when we put a target symbol on a giver merely because they can write us a big check, we can fall into that same trap as well. Generous giving is not a result of our work, but God's work. Our job is to provide space and opportunity for people to respond to God's call on their heart. That sounds an awful lot like ministry, doesn't it? Thanks for joining us. I'm Connie Hoagland with the National Christian Foundation. You can find out more by visiting us at heartland.nationalchristian.com.